Okay, we should be good to go. All right. Just follow the lead. A little Islanders fucking trade deadline. A little.
Ready to rock. I'm going to probably start off with movies.
All right, let's go. And hold on. Why is this not working?
I got a co-pilot here already, so I'll be drinking.
There we go. Hello and welcome to another episode of This Is Our Year.
Hey,
How we doing, Doug?
hey, man, is my mic working?
Your mic is working.
All right. Well,
You know what's not working? Our year, because this is not our year.
it's never working, man. How you doing, Mikey? Let's put Illinois up on the map if we haven't. I'm out of beer here. This is the last. I have 2 beers left in the fridge. Here we are.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Very, very unlike you. Why? Only 2 beers. It's just like
I actually I don't think I drank much since our last show. You know, sometimes I'm not a raging alcoholic, which is probably a surprise to most of our audience. But yeah, looks like we didn't get to the store.
But why not? Why are you not always a raging alcoholic? I thought that was your
It's
shit.
the Irish way, right? But you know, sometimes I run out of beer. That's why. And sometimes you got to drink the Pipe Works, and I mean, this is not.
I'll leave that all to you.
It's definitely not our year because our teams always are taking it up the pipe. So maybe it is appropriate. And as I mentioned from Chicago, this is a alt beer. Sounds German, and it's 4.9. I have a Tripel, maybe for later, depending on how much fun we have today.
Definitely.
And it's 11:30 a.m. my time. So cheers, motherfuckers.
Yes, I will be drinking my Arbonne protein shake with fiber additives. So
like a good 45-year-old.
Almost.
Not almost.
There yet, Douglas. Don't.
Couple weeks, right?
Couple days.
Couple days.
Wednesday's 45.
Wednesday, man. Well, cheers to you early. Happy birthday, sir. Here's to another fun year of watching these shit shows.
Yeah, let's talk about these fucking shit shows, man. There's a lot to talk about.
No, man, I actually just knocked down 3 non-shit shows since it's the Oscars tonight. We'll make it topical.
Okay.
I watched in the last 3 days. I finally got, true O'Keefe fashion. I crammed till the end. Killers of the Flower Moon, Poor Things, and Oppenheimer finally got him knocked down. Thoughts on any of them?
I didn't see Poor Things, although I didn't know that was what was up for the Oscar because I don't pay attention to this stuff.
It's on Hulu now for everybody, so there's no excuse now.
It's my girl. What's her name?
Emma.
What's her
Stone?
last name? Emma Stone. Yeah. Dude, and if you've never seen Crazy Stupid Love, like I know it's a cheesy chick flick rom-com.
Here you go again with this. So wasn't it Along Came Polly last week?
That was not a chick flick. That's a Ben Stiller like classic funny movie.
Are we sure?
Yeah, and it had Jennifer Aniston in it. I mean, I also watched whatever the fucking Sandler movie with Aniston where she got in her bikini and it was.
That's fair. I've seen them all.
Brooklyn Decker, right? Andy.
Yeah, man.
Wife.
Actually, I haven't seen all of Sandler's. I never watched the what's that thing where the boys get together? It looks really bad.
Oh, something dad.
Not Daddy Daycare, the other one, but
yeah, no, that was a terrible movie too. I think.
I tried. Anyway, back to Emma.
That was actually not a bad movie, to be honest with you.
Which one?
The one you're talking about with like Chris Rock, and it has like.
I should have stuck with it. You're saying like.
It's not. I mean, dude, it's not like fucking.
Grown Ups. That's the name of it.
Grown Ups. Yeah, it was okay.
Okay,
but we're getting way off track because we can go down a Sandler fucking diatribe here.
That's what this show's for, right? No one wants to hear about hockey, but
so I haven't seen the Emma Stone movie Poor Things, but I have seen Oppenheimer, which I think will win because it was pretty fucking good. Yeah, and I had no idea what it was gonna like. I knew it was about the guy that made the A-bomb, right? But Christopher Nolan from Batman and Inception and Interstellar and all those.
We're right in the demographic that worships him, and I I don't worship him, but I always have a good time.
I did not like Interstellar. I thought it was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like this made me mad.
I know a lot of people hate that movie. I didn't mind it. I do love space shit though. Like I'll watch anything out there.
That's cool. But when he was the guy knocking the books off the fucking shelf at the end, I was like, God, what? Okay. Like
you weren't on enough drugs apparently. So
apparently not. But that's how spit. And I got, dude. I used to subscribe to Wired magazine when I was trying to
be good for you.
Nerd. And when that movie came out, they did this whole like huge story about it and how like folding of space and time and all that shit. And I was trying to understand it and like. Yeah. That's I don't feel dumb very often in my life. I've really felt dumb reading that. I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Astrophysics, I try, but yeah.
No.
So we'll have to get Ron Pepino on the show to explain some of those things.
Fair enough. That was one of my least favorite Nolan movies. But at the end of Inception, I'm still not sure if he was really awake or if he was down in a dream.
Yeah, well, that's the point, right?
Right. But someone gave me like an epiphany the other day of that top that he spun at the end. It wasn't his.
The totem.
The totem. That it was the wives, and that's why it didn't fall. And I'm like, right. And exactly.
I'd have to watch it again. It's been a while, but.
And I was like, wait, okay.
Oh, she had one too. Yeah, did she?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so maybe they were in her dream. I don't know, but still mind blowing. But anyway, Oppenheimer was well written, well done.
Yeah,
the storyline was good.
It moved along for a 3-hour movie. That's what I always get concerned about. The pacing was fine.
To your point, not to take anything else away, a few more things to say about Oppenheimer. Florence Pugh is, Emily Blunt does a great job.
He's got his players. His ensemble cast is just excellent. They're unforgettable faces, right?
Cillian Murphy did a great job.
He should get an award.
I think he will.
He should win that one,
dude. And I had to like you just said, the ensemble cast. I forgot he was Scarecrow in the first.
Yeah, man. He uses the same dudes. I love that. The Coens do that too, for the most part. Mm-hmm. They have their go-to guys.
Yep.
So it works.
It was good. But to your point, the opposite. Killer of the Flower Moon. 3 hours, did not move along. It felt like it was dragging the whole time.
watched it in 2 chunks. Yeah, that one I watched
it in like 6 chunks because I almost didn't finish it. And I'm like, I gotta finish this. And like that's like The Irishman.
Same kind of problem.
I never finished it, dude. It was way too long, and it was not.
Yeah,
I was like,
I got through it.
It's like old Goodfellas, but they're Irish. So
I like Killers. It's definitely better than Irishman, I thought. And speaking of cast, he did a great job. And by the way, I'd probably give him the director nod, although I haven't seen everybody this year. But I thought at Scorsese as a director, did a little better job than Nolan. Here's what I was going to say though. Poor Things. And by the way, I pretty much agree with you with Oppenheimer. It was good. I was expecting to be like, okay, that's the movie of the year. You know what though? No, I like Poor Things better. Poor Things was a trip, man. A lot of fun. And it's like you see a lot of Emma. It's almost pornographic.
Oh, she gets naked?
Oh God, yeah. Like there is a lot of hardcore sex in this, but it's also like it's on another level too, though. It's like on this like philosophical speed run I mentioned in Family Chat. It's a really weird premise, but a baby brain goes into adult human, and you watch the baby brain develop very quickly in an adult's body. I won't give too much else away. There's some like dystopian sci-fi going on and shit, some Frankenstein stuff. But it's a really hilarious movie more than anything.
Okay.
It's the one movie I want to watch again out of like the movies I've seen this year, including like Barbie and some other crap. I didn't say Barbie was crap. Sorry. Don't kill me, guys. So anyway, Poor Things. Yes.
Okay. I will.
That's my pick for Best Picture, out on the limb.
It's on Hulu, so I will be making.
It's on Hulu now, so no excuse.
I will be making that and I have a couple of flights coming up, so that'll be definitely
there you go.
What's going on? That's where I watch most of my movies because my kid you don't have a child, Doug, but I will tell you when your child turns 1 and they understand TV, like they commandeer your living room.
Yeah, that's over.
My living room is now a playpen and the television is now
I've seen it.
Entertainment device. So it's either like educational, like Miss Rachel or Miss Issa, which is fucking annoying, but she loves and she's learning things by watching it. So that's great. We appreciate that. Or what we've been doing lately is you definitely don't know this exists, but on Disney there is a channel called Disney's Dory's Reef Cam. And so it's basically like the Yule log they put on Dory,
not Dora.
Dory, like, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory.
So we're not talking the Explorer.
No, not Dora the Explorer, like okay. Dory the fucking fish.
Fucking fish.
It's basically, it turns my TV into like an aquarium, and these fish from the movie Finding Nemo and Dory swim by and then stop and wave and then keep on going because it's calming. It's not like
cool.
Stimulating.
It's like cat TV. We put on.
It's like the Yule log. Have you ever put on the Yule log?
I love the Yule log, man.
I do. I mean, I know it's Christmas when I'm watching the Yule log. So
I do that at work. I put on like music videos, music docs, good background stuff, atmospheric stuff.
Dude, yeah,
it's good for the mind.
I feel like I've journeyed through every genre of music in my lifetime. Rock and roll, country, EDM, hip hop. And I'm at the point where I'm starting to listen to binaural beats and yoga and classical as my first choice.
There you go.
So
speaking of good for the mind, you're supposed to, and babies, right? You're supposed to get all that in their brain.
Yes.
Did Alex wear the Mozart headphones on the belly? I got to ask my sister if she's doing that.
Which sister is getting ready to have a baby?
Yep.
Which one? Meredith?
Oh, Meredith, yeah. Up in Cortland Manor in New York, a couple months away. So,
well, congrats, Meredith.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Baby number 1.
Meredith and Dave, yes, very good people. Awesome. Cheers to them.
Cheers to them. That's grandbaby number 1, right? For mom and dad.
Right? The wait is hopefully finally over.
Yeah, the pressure is off, buddy. I love it.
Pressure's been off us for a while. We told him no. I think. Hi, Dad.
Smart. Sorry. Smart. I did not tell my mother no, because we were never going to not do that. I just waited until I was like in my early 40s to have the first baby.
Okay. Yeah, that's what Jenny tells me. There's still time for me.
But technically. There is. You never know, Douglas. You never know.
You never know.
You'd be a great dad, though. You'd be a great dad.
No, that's what everybody, my mom tells me.
It's, and I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just going to tell you what I've learned in 16 months is that it's life-changing, and it gives your life even more purpose than you probably thought you had in the beginning. And
it's something I won't understand until I do it. Yeah.
Right.
I get that impression.
Yeah. And
it's fun to make fun of the painful stuff, like where you can't open your eyes but I realize I'm missing out on a level.
Kids waking up every 2 hours. Yeah, no, that shit sucks. Like, I'm like fucking.
I basically have that with a stupid cat. So.
I mean, yeah, you do. You do those fucking nocturnal hairballs.
Yeah, 5 a.m.
Let's talk about some sports because I am on a truncated schedule here today, Douglas.
Yeah, actually, what's your cut time?
I probably got till like 9:20, so we got
okay. Yeah, look, they deserve it. They deserve us wearing the gear.
They do.
We're coordinated again. Just when we had given up, I remember.
Just when we had given up, and we're
2 weeks ago. You were like, they suck, and I'm like, yep, they're cooked, done like dinner.
No, but we can talk about the team that's done like dinner shortly. That nobody cares about. But the Islanders are 2 points out. With 2 games in hand from the wild card and third place.
Yeah, points percentage they're in, basically.
Yeah. And they're playing lights out. Patrick Waugh, finally, after he's been there, 15 games now? So he's been there 6 weeks, so he's finally got the lines re-augured to make it make sense. the lines are playing. It's more weighted. Like, when we were a Trot's team, and this is what I've observed. And I haven't watched a lot. I've just watched highlights and talked a lot with you because
I'll let you know if you're off, but yeah, go ahead.
So he in the NHL these days, your top two lines get more ice time than your bottom two lines, right? And what we did for so long under Trotz, and I think we continue to try to do under Lane, was roll four lines as equal as possible. And that was what made us a very dangerous team because we could outlast the top two lines of every other team that was getting.
It worked when everyone was a little younger. Yes.
Yes. But now it's not working because our fourth line is only getting like 10 minutes a game. And if that, I think they're only getting like 7 minutes a game, as they should, but they were ineffective. And our top two lines our top line was doing okay, and then our second line was doing okay, but our third line was pretty much a fourth line that was getting a lot of ice time.
It was non-existent. And by the way, the second line had faded January and February as well. It was basically Barzal and Dobson carrying the team. Even Sorokin was shit. But back to your point.
So now we've got Nelson, Barzal, and Horvat on the top line, which is
all the all-stars up there. Yeah, cooking.
Yep, and Nelson's playing wing, which he hasn't done for as long as
it's been
a
few years.
I don't remember last time he played.
He probably wait. I think Trotz was the guy who moved him back to center. He was bouncing back and forth under.
That's right, because he couldn't play defense until Trotz got there, and he wasn't.
Well, most of these guys, Pelech. That was something I was going to bring up later too, but go ahead.
And then we
these
got
lines, man.
Palmieri, Pajot, and Lee on the second line, which is playing out of their minds. Fine.
It is, and to that point, you're right, because all of them were kind of having bad years again, like over the hill. But they all play the same speed. They had Anders Lee trying to keep up with Matty and Bo, and he was the obvious third wheel. It wasn't working. He wasn't putting up any points. Right. JG, as you mentioned, wasn't getting any production out of Holmstrom, Wallstrom, Gauthier, whoever the hell they were putting on that third line. Right. And Palms, man, I guess he does this, but he is just scorching hot. But most importantly, all three of these guys are playing like different players. Under Lane Lambert, they look tired, old. It just wasn't working. And as you mentioned, why kept those lines in place for a couple of weeks, right? Probably even through the Rangers game debacle.
Right.
And finally switched it up. And actually Scotty May going on the IR too has kind of helped. Aho's looked great. Aho and Riley. But yeah, no, dude, you're right. These lines are incredible. You stole my thunder. I was going to say, we are in the honeymoon phase with Patrick, huh? This is incredible. And they're playing another crap team tonight down the street from you. Are you going?
Of course I'm going. I go every year. I literally, I've been living in California for 10 years, and I think I've missed 2 of the years. One, I think, was the first year because they had already come before I had moved here early in the season.
Yeah, we're not going to count that.
Yeah, and I think one year I had travel for something, but I've been to every Isles game every year for the most part, and yeah, I'm excited to go tonight. Like I was mentioning, it's my wife's birthday tomorrow. It's my birthday on Wednesday, so it's
all she wants to do is go to a hockey game. I bet.
No, I told her, I said, hey, you don't have to go tonight if you don't want to. And she's like, I'm not going. And I was like, we're getting far enough along in our relationship where my wife doesn't have to do any of these sporting things. She'll go to a baseball game because she likes beer and hot dogs, but she will not hockey on a Sunday. She's like,
never caught the bug, huh?
She she likes sporting events, but a Sunday night at 5:00 is not my wife's. She's still in school right now, so she doesn't want to go to. She doesn't want to be.
Dude, yeah, it's Sunday.
And I'm taking. Well, actually, she doesn't have school tomorrow. She's taking the day off. It's her birthday, but we're both taking the day off tomorrow. So it's a little bit of
as you should.
A little bit of hooky.
Are you going alone, or you got a buddy?
No, I may have gotten a suite. And we are doing a customer event. So we always do it. We do a Ducks game every year for a customer event, and why not make it the Islanders?
Somehow it's the Isles game. I like it.
Somehow it's the Islanders game. But hey, we got a bunch of clients coming, so it'll be I'll be working tonight too. So
we screwed this up. I should be out there. It was Jenny's mom's birthday, like yesterday or Friday.
You did screw this up.
As usual, we're idiots. We realize these things too late. But also, 3 weeks ago, we hated this team.
We did.
I hated this team. I was like, I wrote them off. Here we are again, ready to get hurt, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I mean,
are we going to jinx them being so optimistic?
I don't think we're being optimistic. I think our chances of getting into the playoffs are alive and well. It's not like where we were 3 weeks ago.
The rest of the East is kind of crap. That kind of helps.
And like Pittsburgh and Washington showed their hands
folding,
at the trade at the deadline, so they're not trying to.
Even though the Caps are like right up our ass, but yeah, Pittsburgh is.
Pittsburgh, you know, they were talking about. I can't believe I read an article that said, "Are they going to trade Crosby?" I'm like, what?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, like someone's got to be reaching for
it clicks. Yeah.
And but we to speak to that, we stood pat at the deadline. How do you feel about that?
We talked about this last week. There's no way I'm going to like contradict myself. I'm okay with it. I was interested though because of this winning streak. I probably like you and probably like most Isles fans. I figured they might do something. But then we watched all these guys we thought were going to come in, you know, go elsewhere. Henrique, Everly, Tito. Miss you, Tito.
That was the one I thought we were going to do. I thought we could have got Tito for like a sixth and give him Gauthier back or something.
I don't think they need it. I'm surprised Wahlstrom didn't get shipped out, but I guess these guys have no value. Did Vetrano get traded? I forget. That was Frankie
I don't think
V.
So
he's still on the Ducks?
Yeah, he's still on the Ducks.
Where'd Henrique go?
He went to Edmonton. It was like some big convoluted trade. And they got a first-round pick for him, which I don't understand.
Good for them. That's what that was our worst case, right?
Right, exactly. Adam Henrique for first.
So we still have our first for now.
We still have all of our picks this year. So
we might have burned the second already on one of those on the like Bailey contract or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's the second. I think it's the third. But let's take a look.
Or maybe it's the second next year. I don't know. I could still see Lou trading the pick at the draft. It's still probably more likely. While you look that up,
we do not have our third. That was sent for Engvall.
You know what? Yeah, Bailey was like 25 or 2026.
We traded our second in 2026 with Bailey, so that's gone.
There it is.
But we don't have our third or our seventh because the Bortozzo trade was our seventh. Yeah, I don't care about the seventh. So we got our first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, which is fine.
You reminded me. Hey, Lou. This isn't all love. You got Bortuzzo for a seventh and Riley for free. Why did you give 7 years to Scotty Mayfield?
Right. Because he really thinks.
We don't have to rehash that.
I think it's a couple of reasons why. He's 82. You got a GM in there who's 82. You can say he's doing what's best for the team. He's doing what's best for the team in his window. Yeah. And his window is very much closing. Whether it's through the end of his deal or his life, you know, and hopefully not. But at some point, he's not going to be able to be the GM of that team.
Well, right now the team's saving his ass because, again, five wins in a row. They're relevant again. Maybe they slip in and do some damage. Maybe Ilya wakes up. A good point, though. Like all the teams they're chasing and fighting, like even Philly's probably going to fall off. They have a rough schedule. They got waxed last night. Detroit's been chunking. They lost in Arizona. Hello, Coyotes. Hope everything's well in Mullet Arena. The team I'm still scared of, though. You hear this, Rosen? It's the Devils. Even though they traded to Foley. The talent is there to go on a.
The talent's there. They fired Ruff. They brought in another former
Gutless Puke. Shout out to Mike Milbury.
Yes, Travis Green is now
Travis Gutless Puke Green.
And he was, he got a raw deal in Vancouver, I thought. So he is now here in Jersey coaching the Devils with Tommy Fitzgerald. I think they were teammates at some point in time.
Probably.
And
both 93 Islanders, that run team.
Pat Tom Fitzgerald.
Tom,
Fitzgerald.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pat is a politician.
He
or
used
something.
to be the coach. He used to be the coach in Northwestern, I think, right? And then he
that's
did all the hazing stuff.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't have a job.
Now
Whoopsie.
he doesn't have a job.
So, yeah, the Devils they finally got a goalie who's not fit to be in the AHL.
I guess. What?
Yeah,
who would they get? They got
Jake Allen from,
and they got someone else who's kind of mid too. They trade for 2 goalies. I remember that.
Devils trade.
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't been following them that closely, but I guess Schmidt isn't a thing anymore, at least not this year. And they sent Vanacek out.
Let's see what they did.
I think they trade Vanacek for somebody.
Let's see. They traded Tyler Toffoli to Winnipeg, Colin Miller to Winnipeg. Yeah, you're right. And then they traded. They swapped Vanacek for Capo Kakkonen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
San Jose. And then they got Jake Allen from Montreal. So they have 2, and then they sent out a 3rd and a 7th, and they got a 2nd and a 4th. So I don't know. It seemed like
too bad we can't give him Varley. Stupid contract.
Well, has he been bad this year?
He plays like 15 games a year, man. And yeah, no, he's been better than Sorokin, but
right. I don't know, man. We'll see. Waz finally putting his stamp on the team.
Oh, it's great.
I'm not worried about the Devils. That's a lot of change to happen to a young team. It's kind of a rudderless ship. Yeah. And maybe
they're there though. 4 points.
Yeah, maybe they turn it on, and now that they've got 2 somewhat capable goaltenders.
They got 2 mid goalies.
They got 2 mid goalies, so maybe their team turns it around. But they lost one of their top scoring forwards, and I don't know what Colin Miller.
I guess he was unrestricted, right, to Foley.
Yeah, that was their big offseason move to get him so that they could make a run at it, because they were supposed to be good this year. Like, we haven't talked about that enough.
I predicted they would scorch. They maybe be up there with the Canes. Maybe the Canes could hang with them. But yeah, I thought they would be like up top.
Yeah, they were a young up and coming team, and I don't think we can discount that for next year. I think
the foundation's still there.
Yeah, this is the kind of year that I would call like the sophomore slump year, where
we were talking about like really progressions, right?
Year. Everyone thought that exactly progressions don't always go like this, right? So, but everyone thought that this was going to be the year, and I think that could have maybe gotten into some of the young guys' head, thinking that they were better than they were, and that they were, ready to ascend.
That's a good off ramp to the Mets if you want to jump, because 2022. A lot of fun. 2023. Ooh, that
dude.
The same thing with the Devils.
You think it was the ascension? Yeah, we can jump to the Mets.
I think it's not a perfect comparison, right? Because the Mets were loaded with veterans, at least pitching. But you saw a lot of guys not have good years. A lot of them were established, though. But
yeah, I don't think it was. I think Pete is a very hardworking guy. I think when Marte went down, and couldn't get right, we never properly replaced him in the outfield or the lineup.
And DH was a black hole all last year too, like Vogelbach.
Yeah, and we've rolled like Billy Epler. For all the cheating you did, you couldn't cheat and find us a good DH. Like
I know.
And dude,
it goes back to that trade line in 22. That's when everything went to shit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You want me to slam the table? And guess who got fucking released yesterday?
Vogie?
No, Vogie's got like 12 home runs for the Blue Jays this spring.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw they brought in Votto, so.
They also brought in Votto, but that was more like, hey, you're a homegrown talent, and you're going to retire after this year.
So. J.D. Davis, man. What?
Yeah. J.D. Davis. I don't remember what J.D. stands for anymore, but
I did a double take because he was like a decent hitter last year, but I guess I'll admit it. I thought he was better than he is.
I mean, he's not good. There's a reason that
I give up.
Brody Van Wagenen could.
I saw things, man.
I
still think he's better than like Vientos. I'm down on him.
He hit a fucking double off the wall yesterday.
I'm not saying go get JD Davis, by the way. We have a lot of guys already.
I'm like, let's pause for a second here. I don't need to go back and revisit 2022 because that was the window we missed. And we sat here on this show and said, go do something at the deadline. And all Epler did was prop up the ancillaries and brought in two old fat DHs that couldn't hit and got rid of the two young fat DHs that couldn't hit. So he replaced water with water. It was fucking the stupidest trade deadline. And even if, when you looked at the numbers, it made sense, right? But we gave up. I don't know. We didn't give up that much, but we gave up. I don't think any of those guys have turned into anything that we gave up for any of them.
Yeah,
not
really.
For the year last year, I don't know any of the guys we traded to San Francisco.
The one that hurts is the 2021 deadline deal. I mean, we're fine. We're in good shape now, but like PCA is gonna be a regular MLB player and possibly a star.
But you know,
but again, Jared Kelenic, where are you? Oh wait, Jared Kelenic's on the Braves, so he's going to be really good now.
I mean, dude,
I'm kidding, dude. I'm trying to get you riled up.
No, but I fucking hated that trade.
I mean, most of us did.
Robinson Cano trade.
I mildly defended it for the Diaz aspect. I remember, but
we've still won that trade. In reality, we've won that trade because Kelenic's not even on the Mariners. Cano is retired, and they paid his part.
Are we still paying him?
I think so. Yeah. And I have no fucking idea what we gave them other than Kelenic off the top of my head, but I don't think
it was a poo-poo platter.
Yeah,
like they were dumping. They dumped like some contracts too, right? Like was it Jay Bruce and Swarzak or something?
Yeah, it was like some shitty reliever that we gave Anthony Swarzak. Yeah, that we gave a big deal to. So it's not like we won that deal, but the Pete Crow Armstrong deal was very. I feel like to talk about Van Wagenen, I feel like that guy came in and he was like, "Hey, look, Will Ponds, I got a great idea for you. I got this. First of all, I like you guys a lot. I am the agent that deals with you more than anyone because I love when you sign my mid-talent fucking free agents because that's all you have money to pay for.
Can we pause for a second? You know how in like interpersonal and social engineering, there's the whole concept of neg, where you put someone down to try to get them to like
negging. It's from the book.
I won't say where it's from because all that shit's garbage. But what is the literal opposite of neg? Because that like buttering people up. Like what was positive reinforcement? I don't know, but no, but there needs to be like a little word for it. Like anyway,
he's pausing them.
He's risen them.
Dude, I can only imagine how that went. And then, Jeff was like, "Hey, Dad, this is a great idea because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So if we hire this guy he definitely knows what he's doing because he knows the players. He knows what they're going to want to pay." I can't imagine the fucking stupidity of the fucking three monkeys fucking a football that was the Mets fucking front office during those years.
Hey, man, it was a pandemic. We were going through a lot.
This is a great idea. This is a great idea. Yeah. And Fred was probably sitting there like, maybe we should get Sandy Koufax in here to coach the team. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. I think Leo DeRocha is still alive. Let's call him. Oh my God.
Oh, real quick. You probably don't describe to the defector, but Richard Staff, who is a Mets writer. Yeah. Dick Staff. Did a guest column where he tracked down 4 of the remaining 6 living Brooklyn Dodgers and talked to him. And it just, I read the whole thing. It was excellent. It made me think of Norm, obviously. And if you, I'll see if I can get you like a guest link or something. But
yeah, man,
good stuff.
Copy and paste it. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Clem Labine, I believe, is the biggest name that's still alive. It's great. Yeah. He's almost 100. Anyway,
I met that guy.
Nice.
I met Clem Labine. Yeah, I met him.
Clem Labine.
The Dodgers used to do like signings. The old Brooklyn Dodgers used to do like card signings.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
The VFW Hall in Norwalk.
There you go.
In like the 80s. And my dad, he didn't give a shit about a lot of things, but if any old Dodgers were doing a signing somewhere, he'd drive.
I remember that.
And I'd meet these old fucking guys, and I was too young to like figure it out. I was like 6 or 7. Like, this is Clem Levine. He played for the Dodgers. He's one of Daddy's favorite players. And I'm like, he's old. He's old. That's not Mookie.
Exactly.
Who now I'd probably drag Aurelia to, like, this is Mookie Wilson.
Yeah, and she's like,
Daddy. Who's this cokehead?
Why does he have that name?
Oh my god! So what were we talking about?
Mookie. I don't think Mookie was a cokehead, man. Let's not disparage.
I don't know. There's that one card though of him from like '85 where he looks coked out of his fucking mind. So even though
I think he was just naturally like that.
Yes, he was just crazy. But that whole team was cokehead, so he was probably by like a contact high, you know.
Wait, what was the quote? I know it's fake, but like, when I'm in a slump and I'm down on myself, I just believe in dinosaurs, and then the dinosaurs believe in me, and then I hit better.
That shit still makes me laugh to this day. Oh man, poor Mookie.
By the way, Mookie did a cameo for my mom's birthday once, and my sister got it for him, and he was supposed to mention me, but he didn't, and I'm still so sad.
I mean, dude, what did he cost on Cameo? Like $17?
Yeah, we can probably call him back. We could probably get him on the show.
Why don't we get him? Yeah, exactly. Let's see if he'll come on the show and join us.
Hey, Mookie, I know we ordered a Cameo, but actually this is live. You want to just jump on?
Yeah. Man,
I don't know. What are you paying me?
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Mets. How do we feel about the Mets? Spring's looked okay. They're playing all right, you know, but
I don't have much to say yet. I was thinking about this. It's still March 10th.
Yeah.
They got a ton of guys in camp. So what Stearns is obviously having a little battle royale, especially in the bullpen.
Yeah,
and the bench.
It's working though. We're leading the Grapefruit League in ERA, which whatever that.
Who gives
means.
a shit? But
nobody gives a shit, right? And you know, to your point, the bench we're letting the Korean Daniel Vogelback battle it out against.
Choi might make it against Voit and Vientos
against
Vientos has options.
I think it's more against I think Choi's going up against DJ Stewart right now. I think that's more the battle there, and I think
is Taylor assured a bench spot? Let's see if we can figure this out. Do you think Wendell is, or is it Iglesias short Wendell is at the battle?
Iglesias is on a minor league deal, so if Short and Wendell have the 40-man spots right now, so they're going to get the.
There's going to be DFAs though, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Wendell they like because he is a good base runner. I think that's what his he's got a good enough glove to like play all three infield positions, and he is a really good base runner. So if they need a pinch runner at in the later innings, he is the guy that they want. I think they want to have the capability of having a late inning pinch runner. I think that's valuable. I think it is valuable
until Jet steals his spot, sure. But
I mean, I don't think Jet's coming up this year unless we fucking.
I know. I want to see Jet.
I want to see Jet too, and I think we will see Jet, but I don't think we'll see Jet until next year.
Jet.
So I think your team is going to Taylor's your fourth outfielder, 100%. Marte looks healthy, which is important. Bader is your starting center fielder. He's going to play there every day. Nimmo is your starting left fielder.
Give him a shot. I like it.
They say they're going to fucking rotate. They're not. That's going to be your starting outfield.
Oh yeah.
And Bader.
And that's a really good defensive outfield. And Taylor is a good defender too. Apparently,
Taylor's a great defender.
No errors in his career.
Yeah,
and I think he's at top of the leaderboard most innings played or most games played without an error right now.
He's also can play all three positions. He's got a cannon for an arm. So what we've done now is we've mitigated Nimmo's pop gun arm. Yeah. I think Bader has a great arm. Marte obviously has a laser beam. And
Bader covers the entire outfield.
Dude, so I've been watching, and he is an impressive, he is. Human. He's in good shape. He is.
You understand why Cashman traded Montgomery for him. I mean, it's a good lotto ticket, like Severino.
Right. I mean, he's a rock solid guy. Like he's he's probably like 6'1", like 220, all muscle. He just comes to the plate, and you're like, oh, it's a rock solid guy, right?
The thing
And
about those
then,
guys that they always get hurt, right? They always pull something.
oh
It
yeah, I
reminds
mean,
me of
but
Jay Payton.
that's what they said last year. He
Yeah.
was on, because if you remember when he was on the Cardinals and he came up, I think he was a first round pick, and he was very highly lauded in their organization. He was supposed to be their center fielder of
Oh
the
yeah. It
future.
was annoying. It was like, oh look, the Cardinals with another like homegrown star.
Great.
Great. Yeah.
And I didn't know he was on that team with Pete at Florida. So,
Oh yeah. I didn't know that
yeah,
either.
yeah.
Nice.
So him and Pete were college teammates, so they're buddies. And so we'll see. He's on a 1 year deal. Let's see what he can do. We're probably, if I had to guess, he's holding down the fort for Mr. Gilbert, who we can.
Oh yeah. That you stole my next line.
Okay. You think
Hey
he's
man,
coming?
I just realized I've had the TV on. Speaking of music videos, can you hear anything? Can you hear what song's playing? Okay,
Oh,
all right.
is it anything
Just
good?
wondered. Ain't that America? You and me. Ain't that America? Something to see, baby.
Do you like John Cougar Mellencamp or John Mellencamp?
Uh, I don't know, man. I'm from the '80s, so like it. I've heard all the songs so many times. Everything is a soft spot, but it's not like I'm not putting on John Cougar's Mellencamp
I'm
CDs.
definitely I'm definitely happy that we're past the age of John Cougar Mellencamp being a relevant pop star because
Yeah,
I
he
hate I
was.
hated his music. I hated his music. It's very annoying to me.
Yeah, I can't really think of any bangers. Like it'd be like, but there's this one song, right? I can usually do that with most bands. I don't know. I fought Authority. Um, but I will say that I'm a little biased. I went to a school with his daughter for a little bit. I've seen him. He's really tiny,
Okay.
really mini man. But
Okay.
he had like 6 wives.
Okay.
I'm sure he's
Well,
had a good life.
ain't that America?
Ain't that America, baby? He did not have a little pink house. He lived in a pretty big
uh,
house.
oh my
But hey,
goodness.
that's how it works. Man of the
So
people.
so back to our New York Metropolitans, right? Um, I don't know, man. I know you haven't done a lot of research and you're not excited, and I've just been watching them. I'll put
For
up
who?
the Mets. You haven't done a lot of. You
Dude,
haven't.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean,
I
what? So
read the
you,
articles.
but why are you not excited for Vientos? What is
Oh,
the?
that's more of just watching the last couple of years. Overall, he just. I mean, if we're saying that JD Davis isn't that good of a player, then I don't see how Vientos is.
Okay, I
Look,
think.
I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he takes a step. He's looked overmatched, except for maybe a couple weeks last September, and
Yeah,
that's over a couple of years. They were
yeah, but
trying
it
to
was.
make him happen in 22. Remember that before Vogie
Yeah, but
or during?
he was 22 years old. He's 23 last year. He's 24 this year. Like
Do or
they
die.
got to. Yeah, that's. I agree with you. I think they've had enough time now.
I'll give him a shot.
And let's see him and Beatty
Yeah,
get some fucking playtime with on a team that's not expected to compete. That's not like falling down the fucking manhole and uncontrollably going from first to last place in a matter of 30 days because they can't win but 6 games in the month of June. Let's see him like on a team that's probably going to be right around 500 all year, and the pressure isn't there to win immediately, and see what they can do without,
yeah.
and then
Look,
let everyone play their roles this year. Let's let everyone play their roles, and let's see what this pitching staff can do with this pitching lab. And if Severino is healthy, let's see what he can do, and go from there. If McGill's fucking splitter is good, let's see what he can do. Let's just see. Let's just see
yeah.
what these guys can do.
Well, I agree with that. I Vientos should probably make the opening day roster unless he looks like shit because just get him settled, get him comfy, and see what he can do.
He
And
played
you
DH
don't have
yesterday,
much.
and
You don't have much to lose. It's Luke Voigt, as you mentioned. It's Choi. It's DJ
right,
Stewart.
right.
It's
I can't imagine that the Mets are going to give a roster spot to anybody you just mentioned over Vientos except
uh,
for DJ Stewart. Because
yeah.
why would you these guys are quad A depth
Oh yeah.
players
No, I
that
mean Voigt was on Syracuse last year.
right, and that's where he needs to go this year, and you can give him an out in his
Yeah.
contract unless he's raking, but he is who he is. He's gonna hit 216 with like 30 homers and 100 RBIs if you play
Yeah.
him every day. But he's 30 years old and we're not competing. So,
I
if
don't
we were
know if we're
competing.
not competing, but sure.
fine.
That annoys me. I'm more optimistic about this team than you think.
Me too. I think we will compete for a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll be fighting for the last playoff spot or the last two playoff spots. I don't think we are going to be competing for the division.
And I also don't think this is going to be a boring year, if you know what I mean. I think we'll have shit to talk about all the time. And I think there are going to be like big moves during the season. I just have a feeling.
I think that we're definitely going to be a scrappy team.
Yeah.
But I think
it's going to be a fun team to watch.
I think the difference this year, and I think everything Stearns has done from inception of him taking over to where we're at now, if he went with Voit and Choi over Vientos, it would be contradictory to what he's done to date.
Totally agree.
He's completely set up this place where like this is your comp. Like he could have signed JD Martinez and been like, all right, Mark, you go out and play against JD for if
good
you
luck,
can beat
kid.
JD out. Yeah, good luck, kid. Right, and we got options on you. We can send you down. But he brought in these like quad A guys that are fringy 40-man guys that have been in the bigs, have made some, played a couple of years in the bigs. But I mean, Choi hit like 115 last year between the Pirates and the Padres, and fucking Voit was in AAA for us last year. So it's not like these guys are. Hey, if you can't beat these guys out, then that's a problem, right? If Vientos ends up batting like 100 and these two guys hit 300, let's actually look at.
And that's fine. Oh God, I had two things to say and I lost them both. I hate when that happens. I don't disagree with any of that. Are Choi and Voit both lefties? I forget.
I think Voit is a righty.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. You know what Vientos also is? Beatty insurance in case he face plants out of the gate.
And that's the thing. So Beatty right now is funny enough. Beatty and Vientos have the most at bats in spring training.
Yeah, that's by design.
By design, Beatty is hitting 240 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. I mean,
these sample sizes are annoying, but
small sample size. And Vientos is hitting 200 with 1 home run, 1 RBI, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So I mean, they're small. Voit is hitting 0.56. So he's got 1 hit and 18 at bats. Yeah, 7 strikeouts.
I mean, again, I think it's a little too early to get into that. But I'll leave you with this. I thought of the second thing. As this offseason has progressed since Stearns has been here, it always seems like every time we sign a guy, I don't know if this has bothered you, but for some reason it bothers me, and it shouldn't because, again, these are small sample sizes, so I'm contradicting myself. But it seems like every guy that he brought in from outside the organization as like a kind of a flyer. So like non-Severino, non-Bader, although they had bad years, but like everybody else, it's like the Mets claim blah, blah, blah. He had a 9.87 ERA in 5 innings last year for the Pirates. Mets signed Joey Wendell. He batted 160 last year for, shit like that. Like everybody he brought in had awful numbers. And again, yes, in small sample sizes, but it's like even all these live arms that are looking good in spring training in the bullpen. I don't know. But again, I'm contradicting myself because it is tiny sample sizes. But yeah, he's looking for those diamonds. And speaking of, are we excited for Nate Lavender yet?
I mean, he had a great game yesterday. Struck out like 3 guys in
perfect on the year.
10 pitches or something. Yeah. So looking at everything I'm seeing here, the only battle that I could see, I think Choi's hitting 357. It's still early. We still got like 3 more weeks in spring training, but Choi is hitting 357 in a small sample size. He can play first in DH, and he, I think, is more going after DJ Stewart's role.
Yeah. I agree with that. And
by
the way, you can send Stewart down. He's got options.
Yeah, and the other guy I think that you should be sneakily watching because he's been getting some play and he's hitting okay, and he could replace Stewart is Ben Gamel.
Oh yeah,
Ben Gamel.
I forgot about Gamel.
He came from Milwaukee. He's a lefty. He can play both corner outfield. I think he can. I don't know if he can play first.
Dude, sit down.
You need a drink, buddy. You need a chug. So I don't know, Doug. I'm excited. We didn't talk any football. We didn't talk about any of the
Yeah,
fucking
I
any
guess
of
you
the
got to go.
trades. I got about 5 minutes, so there's nothing really to talk about except free agency starts tomorrow. Illegal tampering starts tomorrow. Free agency starts on Wednesday. What
I'm
do you
already
think?
mad. I'm already
What do you?
mad
What,
about Barkley going to the
Russ,
Eagles.
it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't
I'm
happened
already
yet.
mad about it though.
Okay. So what do you
Like
think?
McKinney's going to go to Washington or Dallas. Barkley's going to go to Philly, and I'm going to be
But
upset.
but none of that matters, Doug, because your team. The problem with your team
No,
right
I know.
now is you're not ready to compete, and you
You're
have a
not
fuck.
listening to me though. The Eagles. Again, it's going to be a pain in the ass to watch as usual. Zach Wheeler.
Right.
Oh, he's on the Phillies now. Saquon Barkley. Philadelphia
Fair.
fucking Eagles.
Fair enough.
It's like all your guys going to the Patriots or whoever the hell you hate.
Yes. I hate the Patriots.
And it seems like it happens a lot, man. They Cromartie and Rogers Cromartie and Bradbury, and I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, but fuck the Eagles.
So, any predictions for besides Saquon going to the Eagles for your Giants? Any thoughts before we head into free agency?
They could use a corner, right? That should be interesting, but I don't know, man. This team needs help everywhere,
Yeah,
almost
like
everywhere.
we talked about. So, in my opinion, we talked about it. We talked about it in the beginning. Like it was a reset year, and then Daniel Jones comes out in his fourth year and has this fucking epiphany year under,
Yeah,
your coach. And I think that's how your coach really sold it. Like I can fix him, and they fixed him, but they fixed him with smoke and mirrors. And then I think last year the league caught up to what they were doing, and Jones couldn't adjust, right? And I think that's
and the
what
turf
makes.
caught up to him too. But yeah, he had no line to start the year, and
No, but he
I'm a
also.
lot more interested in the draft, as you mentioned. It looks like the Giants are going to lose talent, and I mean, we'll see if they make a big splash. But I'm not. Do you hear anything? Are you hearing rumblings about them?
No, but I do think they are going to pick a quarterback in the first round this year.
Is Josh on the chat? Does he know anything?
Josh is not on the chat. He is not. Nobody's on the chat. This is a lot of dead air right here.
I'm not excited about it, but hopefully something cool happens. How about the Jets?
I would like to acquire. Today's a big day because every team has to get cap compliant, and there are some really fucking bad teams over the cap right now, like the Chargers, the Dolphins. So there's going to be a lot of players released.
Dolphins
today.
Are bad.
They're over the cap. They're way over the cap.
I thought you said a bunch of bad teams over the cap.
No, there's a bunch of teams over the cap. Sorry. Okay. There's a bunch of teams over the cap, and a lot of players are going to have to get cut today or restructured.
They already jettisoned Howard, right? The Dolphins.
They did. The Dolphins have made some moves, but they're still over the cap, and they got some moves to make. So you probably won't hear about you won't hear about all the restructures, but you'll hear about some big restructures if they happen. But you're going to see some big names shake free or get traded.
Like Mac Jones. It's going to be fun. Absolutely.
Mac Jones got traded today by the Patriots to the Jaguars to be their backup for Trevor Lawrence. He's a Jacksonville kid. You could probably see Zach Wilson getting traded somewhere by sooner than later. So I think there's going to be some stuff that shakes free, and we'll see what happens. As far as the Jets go, I'd like to see them solidify some of the offensive line, so that I'd really like to get our line intact so that we can go into the draft with best player available mentality, that instead of we need a tackle.
Same answer for the Giants, by the way. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So even if you sign some stopgap guys, I'm sure David Bakhtiari is going to get released, and he's a shell of him former self. But if we sign him to be our swing tackle and we go into the draft, and then there's a chance that we get the top tackle, great, and then he's the backup, even better. Things of that nature. Or if we can sign the guy from fucking Dallas, that would be great. So I don't know. We'll see. It's been a great show, Doug.
Bakhtiari. I know.
Sorry, fucking rush. What you got to say?
It's been a great show. Vaya con Dios. I just forgot what I thought of. Do you have one?
I've got it. I do. Vaya con Dios. Brooklyn Nets season. This is what I was alluding to earlier. The Nets, the Nets were never really playing well this year. They fired Jacques Vaughn halfway through the year. Ben Simmons again is out for the year.
Yeah, I read a sad article about him again, the back stuff, but it's
back. Yeah, his
mental
back is,
or whatever.
I don't know, man. He's played like a total of like
he's
40
about
games
cooked,
in 3 years. Yeah,
he has one more year on that contract.
He's got one more year on that contract, so they got a big decision. Do they want to buy him out, or do they want to let him ride as another paperweight on the bench for the next
show us something, kid, right? But
well, to get because that's a 40 million coming off the cap. They can go after anyone in free agency once he clears.
Oh, that's just gone. There's no penalty. Oh
no! After this last year, they can let him walk, and then they can go replace that money with somebody else.
Huey Lewis in the News. Were you a big fan?
They had some hits. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. So
no. Yeah,
no?
You're trolling me, right? That's not Huey Lewis.
No,
it's Robert Palmer.
Oh,
Robert Palmer.
Well, who's Huey Lewis in the News then?
Heart of rock and roll is a beat.
Yes, there you go. I mean, they were in Back to the Future, right? Like
yes, the power of love.
Yeah, the power of love. That's the one I was
thinking. It's really good. You're a CEO, right? You're in LA. You guys do a lot of cocaine. Put on Huey Lewis in the News and do some lines for me. That's not my thing. I don't do any of those things. No, I'm kidding.
But I just wanted to say, finishing my point with Brooklyn, they have lost back-to-back games to the last place Detroit Pistons and the second or third to last place Charlotte Hornets. And not even been competitive. They don't care. They're cooked. They don't care. The season's over. So
get that pick.
Brooklyn.
It's
Houston's pick. So can't even get better. We're just bad.
Let's go, Alice, tonight. Enjoy the game.
I will be providing live updates from the suite.
Sweet. Happy birthday, Alex. And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. What are we doing here? What do you want to call it?